Hi, I'm Missy with Missy's Little Things in Life. Welcome to my channel. Have you been told recently by a healthcare professional that you need to monitor your blood pressure on a daily basis, maybe multiple times a day? Well, that is what we are going to talk about today. So stay tuned. Today we're going to take a detour from lifestyle and decorating, food, going natural, and talk about something a little bit more serious like cardiovascular issues. To give you a little backstory on me, in 2011 I was diagnosed with an aortic dissection. It is pretty serious, much more serious than I originally thought, and I'm blessed to still be here. Perhaps you have been diagnosed with an aortic dissection or a heart attack, or maybe headed down that road and have been told by your healthcare professional that you need to start monitoring your blood pressure and your heart rate, exercise, eat better, etc., etc. Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. When we left the hospital, I was told that I was going to have to take an early morning resting heart rate and blood pressure before I got out of bed, and then several times throughout the day. The key word being a resting blood pressure reading and heart rate. Well, we didn't have a home blood pressure monitor, and that meant that we were going to have to go get one. In fact, I say I had nothing to do with it. At that point, I was all but horizontal, and my husband did all the shopping. And just to throw in my disclaimers here, I am not affiliated with any of the companies of the products that I am about to show you or demonstrate to you. I have no affiliation with them. I am not being paid to demonstrate those products, nor am I being paid by the companies in any way. In addition, I bought everything, or my husband bought everything. We bought it with our own money. So I've gotten all that out of the way. Now I'm going to start with my first blood pressure machine, and it is almost 7 years old. It is large. It works very well to this day. And it was recommended to my husband by our pharmacist. Now, you can pay for blood pressure machines anywhere from $30 on upwards to $200, $300. Actually, this one is very economical. I think we gave less than $50 for it, and it is still reliable almost 7 years later. It is a little bit larger, a little bulky, and I'm trying to show it to you in such a way that you do not get a lot of glare from my computer monitor. I like it because, number one, it has an A and a B user. For instance, at one point in time, my husband had to watch his blood pressure. He became B. I was A. And it holds a memory, all of the readings in the memory. Of course, the on and off switch, which is also the start button. It has a memory, which is great if you are keeping a log to send to your doctor, and you can, if you don't write it down, can't remember what it was, you can always scroll back. It is also very easy to program the date and the time. I like that about this because I don't know, this thing's almost 7 years old. I have no idea where the instruction manual is. Now, I will say it is no longer keeping time very well, and it could be that the batteries inside need recharging, or that it's just not keeping time like an old watch. You have your systolic, your diastolic, and your pulse rate easily displayed, and it detaches right here, the cuff detaches from the monitor. It also has a cord, comes with an electrical cord so that you can plug it into the outlet. Takes 4 AA batteries. Being green, we have rechargeable batteries. I'll leave a link down below where you can get these. Again, no affiliation. I just like these batteries. They last forever. The charge on these batteries are at least, or is at least 6 months old. And we've been very happy with them. We have a good bit of those a good many of those batteries. I think I've covered all the features on this particular monitor. It does come with the sleeve cuff. When you purchase it, make sure it is the correct size for you. They have an extra large, and then they have this one. This is the one that I needed. Something else I like is it also has a picture on how to use or how to hold your arm when you are having your blood pressure taken by this machine. And it is very user friendly. And I will say enough about that one right now. The other blood pressure machine I purchased just a few months ago. I wanted something that would fit in my purse, would travel easy, slip in a drawer next to my on the side table next to my easy chair, and would just be inconspicuous overall. The first time I used one of these type blood pressure machines was in my gynecologist's office. It was a wrist size, just like this. Did not work exactly like this one. They strapped it to my wrist, turned it on, and had me hold my arm here. Honestly, I like that, and I'll tell you why. Because it is just more relaxing to hold your arm like this, either with your hand here or your hand here, and sit there for the 30 seconds that it takes to take your blood pressure. This one, I have to hold my arm slightly differently, and I'll go into that in just a moment. Again, just like the other blood pressure monitor, you have a picture on the cuff that goes around your wrist on how to hold your wrist and your arm while you're taking your blood pressure reading. The display is very easy to see. You have the systolic, diastolic, and the pulse per minute, by the way. That is the heartbeat per minute. The time and date is a little bit more difficult to set on this one if you don't have the instruction manual, which I tend to purge those things. I think, and I get rid of it. And it turned out I needed it. I'm sure you can find it online. It also has a memory where you can scroll through. It does not have a A and B user. I mean, I'm not saying more than one person can use it. It's just if you scroll through the memory, you will find several different all of those people's blood pressure. Start and stop. It is very quick. This one operates in in seconds, where the other one takes a little bit longer. It takes 2 AAA batteries, and these are the original batteries that came with the monitor, and the batteries last a good long time. Now let's go ahead and take my blood pressure with this particular monitor. To start out and to give you tips on how to get a good blood pressure reading, you need to have both feet flat on the ground, no crossing of legs or be sitting on your legs. You really need to be quiet and still to get a resting heart rate and blood pressure reading. You need to be still and quiet for 15 minutes. Now, that's not going to happen here. In fact, I'm making a video, and for some reason, my blood pressure is always higher while I'm making a video. Something else to keep in mind, make sure you haven't eaten for 15 minutes. Drink anything, especially coffee. or any other type of beverages and liquids. That way, your body has a few minutes to actually relax and rest. So I'm going to go ahead and start this, and again, it will be elevated due to the fact that I have been talking and moving. 123/76, heart rate 65. That is a good reading. Now, you could not tell by the way I was sitting or by the way the camera is positioned towards me, but for this particular monitor, and not all wrist monitors will operate this way, but for this particular monitor, your elbow needs to be resting on a surface such as an arm of a chair. Your palm needs to be facing straight up and flat, and your monitor needs to be on the same plane as your heart, and that way you get the most accurate reading. Now that's a good reading. 123/76, heart rate 65. I would be very happy with that. Now next, we are going to use the larger one, and these just happen to be the same brand. I was happy with the old one. It served us well and continues to serve us. So that's the reason I picked up the other one. And plus it was cheaper. So, now with this tabletop and the bicep cuff, you need to have your arm resting on a chair, on a pillow. You can also be laying horizontal in a bed. It doesn't matter. You just need to be relaxed. And I need to turn this on and let it cycle up, and then it'll be ready for me to take my blood pressure. Okay, that's 129/76, heart rate of 64. That is a very good heart rate, and as you can tell, these are pretty much almost exactly the same. My experience is that they both tend to be spot on as far as readings. Also, they both will turn off automatically if you forget to turn them off. I always remember to turn mine off. The wrist one is a newer technology, being only a few months old, and it stops. It turns off in just a few seconds. Okay, I think I've answered all of your questions. The advantages of the wrist, and I will go over that real quick, is this one will fit in your purse, fit in a briefcase, packs well in a suitcase, or in carry-on luggage. It is accurate. It will fit in your office desk drawer, because if you go back to work after an aortic dissection, you will have to monitor your blood pressure during the day. You'll just have to do that. So you have to do that for several years until you start to stabilize. This is very convenient. The disadvantage is it doesn't record 2 users. To me, the time and date stamp is a little difficult to program. The advantages to this larger one is if you are laying in a bed, it is easier to take your blood pressure with this particular one. You have an option of a larger cuff if you need it. And as far as if your batteries go down, you can always plug the cord into an outlet and still get a good reading. The disadvantages is it is unsightly. You don't want to put it in a drawer and pull it out of a drawer and in a drawer and out of a drawer every time you want to go use it when you're using it frequently. And it does take up space on your nightstand or on your side table next to your easy chair. But other than that, that's all I can think of. Another disadvantage of this is it is a battery operated. If the batteries are dead and you can't find any batteries, then you just have to wait until you find batteries to use it. And if it's the only one you have, then that would be a disadvantage. The cuff is amply large. I have delicate wrists, and I think it will wrap around me at least 1.5 times. So if you have a large wrist, that would not be a problem. And that's all I can think of with this one. Again, I have no affiliation with the company that makes these and manufactures and distributes, sells these. I am affiliated with the Aortic Health of Alabama. We have a Facebook page. You do not have to be in the state of Alabama to join and be a part of our group. We're a support group, and we're planning on doing more videos, being live on our Facebook page, doing live segments. I am going to focus more on lifestyle, exercise, maybe food and diets, keeping that low sodium diet that is so important. And Diane Bishop, one of our founders, she's going to be more positive and upbeat, and she does a lot of the administration of our group as far as our fundraisers and other events that we're going to have going on. And then we have Dr. Gonzalez out of Texas, a cardiologist, who will share with us new procedures, updated procedures, and medical care. Again, now our forum or our group is not meant to be medical care for you. It is meant to be a support group, and we always suggest that you go to your medical professional for your treatment, and make sure you see them and take their advice. And never mistake Google or anything we say for a medical degree. I hope I got that all out of the way. And I want you to take a look at our Facebook page. I'm going to put that link down below. I am also going to share with you 2 or 3 blog posts about when I was diagnosed with an aortic dissection almost 7 years ago. It has been a journey, good and bad, bad and good. You take them both, but God has been good, and I'm still here and doing better than I have in a long time. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll be glad to answer those for you. I will get those to you right away. If I don't know the answer, I will find someone who does, and we will get that for you. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more of these videos and be notified, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell so that you will get a notification. I'm going to be doing more videos and posting them on Aortic Health of Alabama's page, and also on my blog. We will be going live from time to time and doing live questions and answers, and I hope to see you back here again.